Hey there YouTube, Leap Master bringing you a video review. Today I'm taking a look at the high grade 1/44 scale mobile suit option set number 9 from the Iron-Blooded Arms sets. This is a high grade option set from the Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans franchise, and it is probably, in my opinion, my favorite out of all the ones that they released, just because of all the stuff you get in it. Like, first off, you get like all the parts you need to make a Landman Rodi, which are the legs. Some of the parts you need to make a land type Graze. Some random bits. The rest of the stuff you need for the Geirail Sharpficta, and some weapons for the Guxion Rebake Full City. Now then, let's get the least interesting stuff out of the way real quick. And in order to get the most use out of that, you're supposed to have the original Barbados and the Lupus Rex, but I don't have the Lupus Rex yet, so we'll just use regular Barbados. And you're supposed to have this arm. Now, in order to use this arm, get this box out of the way real quick. You have to get rid of the white piece that's up here. In order to do that, you have to pull this, engrave it off. So you pull that off, and you're left with that. You take this new white piece, which is a bit bulkier than the standard white piece that goes on the bicep, and it just kind of slides in there. You replace this, fit that up here on the arm. As you can tell, I took off the original shoulder armor because now you're going to replace it with this, which is the same style of armor that's found on the side skirts and the front, and not the front, the shoulder armor of the Regenlays. Don't know why you'd want to do this. Move this up a little bit. Like I was saying, I don't know why you'd want to do this. The Barbados never showed like this, ever, in the show. So I guess it's just a neat extra thing. And it adds 2 more colors, white and this dark green. Because this set comes in multiple colors, as you can tell. Then after that, you do have the guns. Right here, these are just the long rifles. These are the exact same rifles that came with the regular Guxion Rebake. And it's just nice to have them for the Rebake Full City here. Nice shot of my arm right there. But just simple guns. If you don't want to give them to the Rebake Full City, you can give them to something else. Unfortunately, it's just 3 pieces of plastic, so that handle right there doesn't move. But since I'm giving it to the Full City, it doesn't matter if those handles move or not. But there you go. Now the Full City has some ranged weaponry. Now then, after that, you do get the bits for the Sharpficta Graze. Now, in order to make the Sharpficta Geirail, you need a standard Geirail and 2 of the option set 8s in order to get both shoulders, which I have right here. In order to do this, you take the head off, take the front cod piece off, and you replace this onto the front. So you get the front skirt and get the new head, which has the only sticker in the set, which is a kind of a mono-eye-ish sticker. So there you have a Geirail Sharpficta, which is a really nice design in my opinion. I love the head design on this thing, and the shoulders look really cool. Unfortunately, it looks nothing like this in the show. So you're going to have to do a ton of painting. A ton. On the bright side, you can make your own custom Sharpficta Geirail. And if you get 2 of the option 8 sets, you get 2 pickles. So you can have them dual wielding pickles. Sounds weird. But, yep, there's that. And then, second to my favorite thing that comes in this kit, you get the parts to make a land Graze. A land type Graze. Unfortunately, you don't get all the parts you need to make a land type Graze. So what you do is you take the standard Graze, you take the feet off, make sure there's nothing on the back. You put the feet on, which are horribly miscolored. You don't even match like the inner frame, so you have to do a lot of painting there. Take the backpack, which also has no color on it, and you're almost there. you need to have 2 more things in order to get a full land type Graze. You need the option set number 3, I think. I can't remember what number this came in, but the one that had the Kamaris's back thruster unit, and that comes with the sword, which can slide into the back here, the land type Graze's sword. And in order to get the full land type Graze, you have to take these parts off for the thigh armor. And you need the boosters, the side boosters, the thigh boosters, whatever you want to call it, from the Graze Carta. So you need to have that kit as well. And you have to take the armor from here, which means you are going to leave your Graze Carta with the space variant of it, because you won't have the thrusters here now for it. So you need all of that in order to make a land type Graze, along with, of course, a Graze model kit. And after all that, you still need to paint it, because these bits aren't supposed to be black, and these feet aren't supposed to be gray, and of course the sword's not supposed to be blue. So while it is great to have a land type Graze in this scale, this takes a lot to create, unfortunately. When, like, on the opposite end, if you just get the 1/100 scale version, not only do you get the right colors for the land type Graze for the feet and the side skirts and the backpack and the sword, but you also get the shoulder armors and the body part and head for the Graze Kai. So while it is neat that they give you the parts to finish off the land type Graze like this, I ultimately don't think it's worth it, because you have to get so much more in order to finish making this. Whereas for my favorite part of the set, you only need this. So we'll put him off to the side. And right here you have the main draw for this set are the Landman Rodi legs, which are molded in the same dark green color as the Man Rodi, which I'll show off in just a second. But if for some reason you don't have the Man Rodi, you take these bits, you put them in here. You can still use these with any of the mobile suits that have pegs in their back. And you can just peg them in there as like thrusters, which is kind of dumb. Or you can do it like that, which is kind of super dumb. But it gives you an option. I'm sure somebody out there can do a really cool, like, custom using those. But of course, the main reason you get these, which they do need some coloring, if you're even just going to do a standard green colored Landman Rodi, you still need to color that part in gray. And it's not even the right shade of gray for the inner joints. But you will need the Man Rodi, which is still one of my favorite kits from the line, just because how simple and amazing it is. So in order to get this, you need to take the legs off, obviously. And these legs are almost the same size, they're a little shorter, so unfortunately your Landman Rodi is going to be a little more squat than it normally is. So you take the legs, just peg them in, and honestly, I dig it just like this, without any paint. The colors match except for the grays, which are hidden mostly except for the feet. But there you have your Landman Rodi. All you need to do now is paint it up in Tegadan colors, and you're all set. I might get another one of these sets, because I have 2 more Man Rodis. One's for a custom, and another one I'm just holding on to. But I don't know why I did that. But I want to paint 2 of these things up as the Chad and I can't remember his name now. But the Landman Rodi duo from the series, and you will have to paint them up in Tekken colors in order to get that. Now the new legs only have the one joint at the knee. Doesn't go very far. Doesn't really accomplish much considering how small they are. And the feet can go forward and back quite well. And they can tilt side to side a bit. Not as good as the regular feet. And the thrusters in the back can sort of wiggle. So no increase in articulation, but also not very much decrease, considering that even with the original Landman Rodi legs, you only got like 90 degrees, a little bit more. Not Landman Rodi, regular Man Rodi. I'm gonna have to get used to that. And if you wanted to, you could stick these on a mobile suit as a pair of boosters, which would actually look a lot better than the regular Landman Rodi legs as boosters. But yeah, it does make it quite a bit shorter, unfortunately. If you want a tall Landman Rodi, then you have to do some modifications, but they are supposed to be short, and they are cute. Let me see, am I forgetting anything? I'm not. So that is all that the option set 9 offers you, and it's rather fantastic, to be entirely honest. I liked the option set 8 because of the claw shield on it, but really everything else was kind of just extra, like throwaway. Whereas for this one, you get a bunch of parts to make mobile suits that just don't exist as high grades. You almost get everything you need to make a land Graze. You get almost everything you need to make a Scharfrichter Geirail, and you get everything you need to make a Landman Rodi, which is the drawing point for this set. And you get the bonus of the new guns for the Remake Full City, and some throwaway bits that nobody is ever going to really use. I don't think anybody's going to really use them. It looks neat, but what's the point? Anyway, that was Elite Master. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you all next time.